Joining us now, attorney and legal analyst Dina Dahl. Thank you so much for being with us, Dina. Affirmative action, as you know, has come before the Supreme Court 4 times since 1974. So what is different this time around in 2022?
Well, really, the difference is that the conservative justices hold a majority on the courts. The fact that they took the case shows there's a willingness to overturn these precedents. The precedents had said that it was allowed for colleges in their admission practices to use race as a factor because the court found that the colleges had a compelling interest in diversity. And it is that holding that the plaintiffs here are trying to get overturned.
All right, so with this conservative tilt now, Dina, is this potentially the end of affirmative action?
I think that it is an end as we know it. We know that based on prior dissents of these conservative justices and at their oral argument and how they questioned the case today. I think we're going to see this opinion when we see it sometime by the end of June. There is going to no longer be, the colleges won't be able to use race as an explicit factor in admission. There was a little bit of a difference among the conservative justices. Chief Justice Roberts, Justice Amy Coney Barrett seemed to allow that colleges do have an interest in diversity, but they wanted the colleges to use race-neutral policies in getting to that goal, such as having an essay question ask students, what kind of things have you overcome in your life? But the practice of having a box that is checked based on your race, I think that is going to be held to be unconstitutional by this court.
All right, so Dina, let's talk potential ripple effects here. What could we potentially see? I mean, could this extend to high schools or maybe elementary schools, job hirings?
I think in terms of an educational setting, we can certainly see this not only at the college level, but across the board in elementary, public high schools that are very competitive, or high schools in general, because of the fact that I think the Supreme Court will say whatever they say in terms of the college will apply to educational regardless of the level. In terms of employers, it will apply also, because if they basically are saying that it is a due process violation to use race as an explicit factor, that is going to impact hiring. But if they take the more limited approach of Justice Barrett and Chief Justice Roberts, that diversity is a goal that can be used in a more race-neutral way, then corporate diversity policies may not have to necessarily end. So we'll see what happens with that.
We certainly will. All right, Dina, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.